Another reason we know Jesus Christ is the Son of God are the words that he proclaimed. You know what people fail to realize is that Jesus Christ could not be just a good moral teacher and say the things that he said. You might ask, well, what do you mean? Well, for example, do you know that Jesus claimed to be able to forgive sin? In Matthew chapter 9 and verse 6, he said the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sin. You know, a good man would not claim these things if he couldn't do it. Jesus himself claimed to be equal with God the Father when he said, I and the Father are one. You know, a good man would not claim equality with the Father if he was not equal with the Father. Jesus claimed to be sinless when he said, which of you convicts me of sin? In fact, did you know that no other religious leader in history has ever claimed to be sinless? But Jesus made that claim. And a good man would not claim to be sinless if he was a sinner. And you know, it's interesting that neither friend or foe disagreed with his claim to sinlessness. In fact, Judas Iscariot, an apparent friend turned enemy, said about Jesus, found in Matthew 27 and verse 4, he says, I have sinned by betraying innocent blood. Jesus was innocent. Pilate, who longed to find fault with Jesus, said in Luke 23 and verse 4, I find no fault in this man. Peter, who lived with him for 3 years, said in 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 22, he committed no sin, nor was there deceit found in his mouth. You see, Jesus Christ was either sinless, as he and others said, or the greatest sinner for deceiving so many about his sinlessness. Jesus Christ also claimed to be the only way to God when he said in John 14 and verse 6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. And friends, a good man would not claim to be the only way to the Father if it were not true. And the fact that Jesus Christ is either who he said he was, and that is the sinless Son of God, who is co-equal with the Father, able to forgive sin and bring people into a relationship with God, or he is either a lunatic or a liar. But he cannot be a good man and say the things that he said. Recently, the lead singer of U2, Bono, was asked this question. They asked him if he thought it far-fetched for Jesus Christ to be the Son of God. And here's what he said, and I quote, he says, no, it is not far-fetched to me. Look at the secular response to the Christ story. Always goes like this. He was a great prophet, obviously a very interesting guy. Had a lot to say along the lines of other great prophets. But they, Elijah, Buddha, Confucius, and others. But actually, Christ doesn't allow you that. He doesn't let you off the hook. Christ says, no, I am not saying I'm a teacher. Don't call me a teacher. I am not saying I'm a prophet. I am saying I am the Son of God. I am God incarnate. And you know, Bono is right. Jesus is not a mere prophet, nor is he simply a good man, but he is the Son of God. And his amazing influence over every strata of society over the last 2,000 years, his ability to change the lives of men and women who believe in him only prove that he is not a lunatic, he is not a liar, but he is the very Son of God. And may the Spirit of God turn our hearts towards Jesus today.